Oh, man. Errol Spence Jr., man down, and Danny Swift Garcia both make weight for their fight. Get ready. We're going to do the reaction Boxingego style. Smash the like button. And for the impatient people, these are the weights. Errol Spence undefeated. Danny Garcia has 2 losses, both highly contested. Both fighters made weight. 146.5 pounds for Errol Spence. He was shredded, as we're getting ready to see. Danny Garcia also came in under 147, which is the absolute limit. He was 146.75 pounds. Errol Spence has the reach advantage, and we're going to go over and I'm going to show you some of the footage. Stay tuned. You really don't want to miss this video. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Boxingego reaction.
World champion from Dallas, Texas. Evening,
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. ESPN Plus, use my link in the description before we get started. ESPN Plus, they have a ton of original content, docuseries, documentaries, archive footage, and more for your viewing pleasure. ESPN Plus is a standalone app. It's $5.99 a month, or get the bundle ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all 3 apps, one low price of $12.99. Now, day before the fight, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, welterweight, supremacy, 2 belts on the line, WBC, IBF. Those have been collected by Errol Spence. Errol Spence was also in a bad accident. So a lot of people are very curious how this fight will play out. Danny has heavy hands. Errol Spence got in a bad wreck, but he's looking shredded and he's looking recalibrated and rejuvenated and refocused. Let's go through some of this weigh-in together and let me know what you guys think in the comments.
World champion from Dallas, Texas, the undefeated, reigning and defending WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the truth, Errol Spence Jr.
Now, right there, I tried to look at body language to see if Errol looked a little bit lethargic, you know, kind of sluggish getting on the steps, but, you know, nothing too crazy.
All right, fans, here we go. Let's bring our main event fighters to the scale. Weight limit on this fight, 147 pounds. First, the challenger, seeking to regain the welterweight crown in his 10th world title appearance, the former 2-division world champion, Danny Swift Garcia.
Now, right here, Danny already looks better than his last fight. He last fought in January against Ivan Redcash before this whole pandemic, and he had to weigh in with a towel because he had to get naked and strip down because he barely made weight. Like, you know, he made the limit, so he couldn't weigh in with clothes. So the fact that Danny Garcia, he just walked straight up and he looked good, he looks in shape, and he doesn't have to weigh in with the towel, shows me that he took this training camp really seriously. Watch again.
Former 2-division world champion, Danny Swift Garcia. 146 3/4 pounds, 146 3/4 for the challenger, Danny
146 3/4 pound. Let's go.
Swift Garcia. And now one of the stars.
Look at this man's 6-pack. He got like a 12-pack. This is crazy.
Of boxing today. In his 5th world title defense, the undefeated WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the truth, Errol Spence Jr.
Look at this man 6-pack. This looked like the older Errol that beat Algeri Bundu. He looks way better shape to me. I was at the Sean Porter fight and the weigh-in. He didn't look like this dialed in. You see right there? He looked dialed in. The body fat looked low. He looked lighter than we're used to seeing. And he kind of attributes this to not having a fat camp, having a pre-camp. He's been training. He couldn't do. There's only so much he could do because he was waiting for his permanent teeth to get filled in. And he said he's been pretty much staying in shape and in the gym and keeping somewhat active since February. The boy's looking really ready and really ripped. Lighter. This looks better because you know it's weird when you don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but when I covered the Mikey Garcia fight with Errol Spence in Texas, and then I was in LA for for Errol Spence and Sean Porter, and I also went to the Ocampo fight, and in the Ocampo fight he looked super ripped, super light, and his bigger fights with Mikey and Sean Porter, I really felt that Errol Spence, he was in shape, but he looked even more ripped and dialed in versus a lesser opponent, a mandatory in Ocampo. And now we're seeing kind of why. Errol Spence has done several interviews and podcasts where he basically said he started to lose his way and in between fights wasn't staying as dedicated, and he was really just hustling and busting for a particular fight. Once he got the call, he's like, all right, it's go time. Let me get in shape. And right then and there, you're only giving yourself however amount of time that you have until the actual fight. But this time looks different, and it shows because he basically started a pre-camp. Now, let me go back so you guys can watch it uninterrupted. Smash the like button as well. The man dialed. Yeah.
And now one of the stars of boxing today, in his 5th world title defense, the undefeated WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. 146.5 pounds, 146.5 pounds for the defending champ.
146.5 pounds. Just in case you guys did not hear that, 146.5 pounds. The man is absolutely dialed in. There's the weights again on the screen for you guys. I'm looking forward to this fight. This is a great one, y'all. This is a great one.
We have a fight for the WBC and IBF welterweight championship of the world.
Now, one thing, I'm not big, I understand the Rona stuff and the precautions and testing, but I'm not big on the social distance, like real wide face-offs, things like that, where they can't get near each other, but they're about to fight with no masks tomorrow. So, you know, I'm not a fan of that. The man is looking lean. Let's go.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view main event of the evening. The Truth.
You see how far apart they are? Me personally, I'm not really a fan of that. They already have masks on. They've been obviously passing their Rona tests to make sure they're fit for competition and healthy. So I just don't really understand why they need to be that far apart when they're going to be in close quarters fighting. And based on their styles, you know, it's going to be a tough fight for both. That's just my personal opinion, though. If you guys have other comments, then let me know in the comment section.
Spence Jr. versus Danny Swift Garcia for the unified WBC and IBF welterweight championship of the world.
All right.
Now, I'm trying to look at Errol's eyes because these guys are extremely calm, so they don't give you much. But Angel Garcia said that he looked in Errol's soul or something. And I know Angel's a talker, but he said he looked in Errol's soul and he can tell he's not the same fighter. So just watch. I'm just watching. I can't really tell, but I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. Do you see anything different in the eyes? Like Scarface said, the eyes, Chico, the eyes never lie. Angel swears that, you know, he's seen something. Obviously, we're going to find out. Order the pay-per-view December 5th. Fox, PBC, Danny Garcia challenging Errol Spence, unified champion. Do you see anything different? It's really hard to gauge because guys before the weigh-in. They got to replenish. So a lot of them, they max out their body, dehydrate a bit. So you could be feeling low energy levels until you rehydrate. So I don't usually look too far into, unless there's some really, really shocking things going on at the weigh-in. But just based on the conversation had by Angel Garcia, let me know if you see something in Errol's eyes in the comment section.
All right, we are joined alongside by Danny Swift Garcia from Philadelphia, PA. Danny.
Now, that's basically it. I will be doing a Boxingego watch party, BWP, comeback tomorrow. Boxingego watch party. I cannot show the fight. That's illegal, and we don't do anything like that over here. We abide the YouTube community guidelines, but I will be giving my reactions, watching the fight live on YouTube where I'm watching it, giving you my reactions, entertaining and engaging with the fans. Come back tomorrow, probably about 5-6 p.m. You should see it. As soon as you see the video, you can smash the like button. This is the Boxingego weigh-in reaction. Let me know what you guys think. Both guys in incredible shape. We have ourselves a fight, both under 147. I think they both respect each other from what I've heard. Errol Spence has said stuff like he chose Danny because this was one who he was supposed to fight before the accident, and two, he wanted someone he could get up for and someone that would motivate him to the next level. So I'm going to close out with their closeout statements, and that'll be the video that'll wrap. But smash the like button, share the video. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
What did you take away from that final stare down with Errol Spence Jr.?
You know, it's time to go. You know, the wait is done. The hard work is done. Now it's time to fight. It's time to eat and fight.
How is it going down tomorrow night on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view against Errol Spence Jr.?
You know, I'm bringing my A game. You know, I'm hungry. I feel great physically, mentally, and now it's just time to go.
Good luck tomorrow, Danny.
Thank you.
Danny Swift Garcia joining us, and now I will come over to the unified welterweight champion of the world from right here in the Dallas area, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., who has an undefeated record. Errol, the last time we saw you inside the ring was over 14 months ago. You've been through a lot during the course of that year plus. How are you feeling just one day away until your matchup at AT&T Stadium?
I feel great. Been training hard, been 100% focused. I'm ready to go come tomorrow night.
A win over Danny Garcia tomorrow night on pay-per-view does what for your legacy?
I mean, he's a great champion, so beating somebody like Danny Garcia means a lot, but I'm not thinking about my legacy. I'm thinking about my career, and I feel like me just beating him and after my accident and beating a guy with that type of level and his type of stuff that he achieved, I think it'd just be great.
Well, good luck tomorrow, Errol.
Thank you.
Errol Spence Jr., both men are determined, both men are focused, they're ready to go. It all goes down to...
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.